Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. The segment you're about to see focuses on the Koury family and a woman who is dealing with the issue, the problem of aphasia. Most people still don't even know what aphasia is. It is a communication disorder. We met the Koury family through the Adler Aphasia Center. I would never have known what aphasia really was and is if it were not for Mike and Elaine Adler. They established the Adler Aphasia Center. After Mike, an extraordinary, a very successful businessman, was stricken with aphasia, this communication disorder. His ability to speak and be so dynamic and charismatic was taken from him. But Mike never quit, never gave up. And it wasn't enough that he improved his ability to communicate, but he and Elaine together established the Adler Aphasia Center so they could help others with aphasia, not just those who are dealing with it, but the family members as well. So while you watch this segment on the Koury family, just one family dealing with aphasia, know this, that our great friend, Mike Adler, has passed after a long illness. Mike was a fighter. Mike cared about other people, but his work continues through Elaine and all the folks at the Adler Aphasia Center. So this program and all the work that we will do at the Caucus Educational Corporation, together with our partners in public broadcasting, that deals with the issue of aphasia and aphasia education, will be dedicated to Mike Adler, a leader, a gentleman, and someone who always cared more about other people than he cared about himself. We'll miss you, Mike.
She just lights up the room when she walks in. It's she's so awesome.
Jack and I met in 1989 at a friend's house playing a game of Monopoly. Right then and there, we had some chemistry. And 5 years to the day, we got married. We had our first daughter, Rachel. And then 2 years after that, we had Jackson. It was a typical, hectic life of two working parents. Then, out of the blue, Jackie, she had a stroke in the hospital. We weren't sure if Jackie was going to survive or not. It was a very, very difficult time.
The problem is I can't talk.
And again, when they said aphasia, I didn't know what that meant. And so I had to do a lot of investigation.
I can't comprehend questions, difficult time with everything.
Every little boy and girl just wants to talk to their mom and learn a lot of things about what they did as a kid, what their life was like. And unfortunately, we've lost that. My kids don't have that.
Before, she couldn't even say full words or sentences, but when she was in the Adler Aphasia Center, they really taught her how to talk well, and it's just really helped her.
The center is everything.
And here they are in real life. Paul and Jackie Koury and their children, Rachel and Jackson, are off stage. They'll be with us in just a little bit. We're watching this video, it's a very powerful video from August 2011. When you think back...
No, it's August.
Oh, 2010,
yeah.
I apologize. Yeah. Look at you correcting me already. Trust me, it will not be the last mistake I make.
Thank you.
You've made great progress.
Thank you. At Adler, it's a family affair, and I get to come 2 days a week, and they're amazing.
They really are, and the Adler Aphasia Center, Mike and Elaine Adler, when they started it, that was the reason, to be helpful to people dealing with aphasia and their families. Let's go beyond the video. Let's talk about it. It was in July of 2010, okay?
Yeah.
That the stroke happens. How has it affected your entire family since then?
I mean, in every aspect. I mean, not just the aphasia, but also the loss of the arm and the leg.
Are you even closer?
Yes.
No.
Hey, where can I catch your act? She's gonna have her own show on PBS soon. Okay. Are you closer?
In certain ways, we're much closer. In certain ways, we're not. I mean, it's just everything falls on me, the caregiver, to do a lot of the stuff. And so it is very limited time to be just Jackie and I. It's always something with the stroke, something with aphasia, something with the kids, or something. And I'm working full time. So there's always something going on.
So in July of 2010, what happens? You have the stroke.
Yep.
You have no idea what's happening. And then you were healthy
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
You had a clot.
Yep. And the legs. And 2 days in the hospital. The stroke happened.
No warning signs. And the
No.
word aphasia did not know.
No.
By the way, let's put this in perspective. Almost 2 million people are diagnosed with aphasia in the United States. In New Jersey, right, get this, it's estimated that 50,000 to 75,000 people are living with aphasia. You were 44
Yeah.
when it happened.
Yeah.
And by the way, June is National Aphasia Awareness Month. Hadn't heard of it. It is a communication disorder. It does or does not affect your cognitive ability.
Terrific. I can get the words out. The words are going to be tough, but the language is not a problem.
What's it like for you? Said the word that she kept using initially was
yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Now, it could be a lot worse.
The first word could have been a different word.
Yeah, and some people that have been, but it was just yesterday for about good 3 weeks. That's the only words you could say.
The word hope keeps coming up a lot because you talk about being so hopeful.
Yeah.
How hopeful were you in the beginning?
I was extremely hopeful in the beginning.
Hold on. Why are you looking at him like that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days coma, and then he told me you were being a vegetable.
We had one horrible doctor very early on who wrote her off, but I just dismissed him.
You did not ever think that it wasn't possible
No.
that Jackie would make real progress?
No, never did.
Why?
Because he loves me.
And I know her. She is a
Well,
fighter.
your kids are over there just smiling away.
Yeah.
Is it just because you love her?
No, I mean, I just know her. I know she's a fighter. When she looked at me, when she opened her eyes, I knew she was there. And the doctors were dismissive. The one doctor was dismissive. But I knew the way she was looking at me, she only looks at me that way. And so I knew very early on that she was going to recover significantly.
Even though you didn't know what aphasia was, even though you didn't know what the road would be.
Yeah, I just knew.
How slow was the progress?
Oh, God.
Much slower than I thought.
Yep.
Talk about it.
I mean, the arm, nothing came back on. The leg, she was in a wheelchair for a good year. I know for me that was the most difficult part, her being in the wheelchair, because that meant I had to do a lot more things, helping get dressed, bathe. And Jackie was just wanting to get the speech back. She didn't really care that much about the leg and the arm. She wanted the speech back. For me, I wanted both, but the leg meant mobility.
Yeah.
The speech is everything, though, especially with 2 young kids.
And your kids were how old at the time?
6 and 8.
6 and 8.
Yeah.
Your kids,
Yep.
who are now 10 and 12,
Yes.
Yep.
what did you
Are
want
my
to...
life.
Say it again.
Are my life.
They are your life.
Yep.
What did you want to say to them?
I care so much, and I can't get the words out. I'm a vegetable. They were scared of me. Paul Jackson especially was scared of me, but I survived, and they're looking at me a superstar.
You are.
Yep.
Jackson will have a chance to talk about how he sees you today. And a lot of us can't comprehend how strong you really are because we can't comprehend what you've gone through to be where you are right now and how hopeful. You never gave up hope.
Yeah, terrific.
Because?
I have gumption. I like life, and all that I can do with Paul and the kids are terrific for me.
Do you mind if we bring the kids on after this quick break?
Yeah.
Your kids are 10 and 12. Rachel is 12, and Jackson is 10, and we'll give them a chance to join the family. This is an extraordinary family, the Koury family. Stay with us, learning more about aphasia, but more importantly, learning about hope and family bonds. We'll be right back.
Visit us online at steveadubato.org. Email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato, PhD, and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
There they are, the Koury family. Paul and Jackie are now joined by Rachel, age 12, and Jackson, age 10. How are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm going to ask you something. Rachel, the reaction to the first segment when you heard your mom and dad talking, what's your initial reaction to it?
Like probably touching. I mean, what they'd gone through, it was just so sudden.
What they've gone through?
Well, yeah, I mean.
How about what all of you have gone through?
Well, it was a shock for all of us, and it just like startled us. And Jackson and I obviously didn't know what it was. Like 8 and 6 didn't even like know what aphasia was or what was happening. We were told like later. We just thought that she fainted and was going to be in the hospital for a week, and then she had the stroke and was in longer, and we didn't know what was happening. Yeah. So we just sort of, it was during camp, so my brother and I would just hang out with our friends and just like try to get our minds off of it.
But you also, I was watching the video, you're really helping your mom try to speak. What was that like?
I didn't really know exactly what I was trying to do. I wanted to talk to my mom again, and I know that all she could say was like, da na 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 na, and I didn't know what she was saying, so I saw how she had like a whiteboard, so I kept trying to work with that, and she couldn't pronounce the words, so I tried to figure out how I could help her pronounce the words. So I would just like go to the mirror in the bathroom and see how I'd position my mouth and my tongue and my teeth, and then I tried to do it to her.
Is she a good teacher?
Yeah. Yep.
Good teacher?
Yeah, it came naturally to her. I don't know.
What was your reaction to it?
I was very proud of her.
Speech pathology.
Yeah, I want to be a speech pathologist now when I grow up.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think you're going to be a great one.
Thank you.
Jackson, let me ask you something. You were very young, right? How old again?
6.
You were 6. You heard your mom, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but you heard your mom say that her sense was that you were very afraid of her. Can you even think back?
Yeah, like when I first went into the hospital, like I remember seeing my mom with like scars, and I didn't know, like I'd never imagined my mom like looking like this. and I started getting used to it. So I had to embrace this is who she is now, and
Yeah, but Jackson, let me ask you this though. I know you're saying who she is now, but who she is now is what?
she's my mom.
Superstar.
Is she a superstar?
Yeah.
Because?
She lights up my life.
Say that again?
She lights up my life.
Talk about that.
Like, when I come home from school, she always, tells me to do my homework so I don't forget.
That lights up your life?
Or, she takes care of me in, ways that people with strokes, I don't imagine. Because when I go to the Adler Aphasia Center with my parents, I see everybody else, and it's, amazing, how the Adler Aphasia Center, helps my mom and everybody else there.
What goes on there? What goes on there?
A magical place.
Magical.
They have activities there to make you talk, and I like the travel situation. I love traveling, and I like their thoughts and their actions, and it's terrific.
Yeah. Mike and Elaine Adler are good friends who started it, and our friend Karen, who is actually in the studio here with us right now, who runs that operation. They're extraordinary people, and we've been proud to be affiliated with them and try to talk about. Talk about aphasia and try to educate. It's one thing, but then you meet people who are dealing with it as individuals and families. What's the message you would want to leave with everyone right now?
I mean, two messages. One, Jackie's still the same. She's always loved traveling, and we constantly travel. Went to London, went to Costa Rica, zip lining.
Oh, back up on the zip line. You showed me a picture. Our executive producer, Jen Eichler, I know is going to show a picture of this. I saw the picture. I couldn't believe. What's the zip line story?
That's what she always wanted to do, and finally I worked it out where we went to Costa Rica for a vacation, and I had a guide just for Jackie, so she was tethered to him and ziplining through the jungles of Costa Rica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jumps.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
So the message there is?
The oyster is mine.
Well,
give up.
you never give
Yeah.
up. You just keep on. Just keep doing what you always loved.
Yeah.
Can I do this one more thing? The story, the socks. What's the name of the book?
Yeah.
Fox and
Fox
Socks.
and
Socks.
Give the Fox and Socks story. You were reading it at the same time as your mom.
And so I was angry because I had trouble reading at that point, so I threw it down. And so my mom
And your mom was reading it as well.
Yeah.
Her therapist. One thing with aphasia, you lose the little words.
So you're reading, your mom's reading it.
Yep.
What did you say to Jackson?
This is hard,
She said,
isn't it?
She said, Fox and Socks, tough book.
You are a great family,
Thank you.
and you are a superstar.
Thank you very much.
And you're one of the most. We have an ad that says, and you just made a lot of moms happy, and a lot of 10-year-olds better be kissing their moms right now. And we have an ad that says, one-on-one, we have conversations with interesting people. You give new meaning to the word interesting people, special people.
Thank you.
So you honor us by being with us, and we wish you nothing but the best in your work at the Adler Aphasia Center and inspiring a lot of other people and giving them hope.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back right after this. Thank you, guys.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by PNC Bank, Adler Aphasia Center, University Hospital, Newark, New Jersey, United Water, the Ohlendorf Center, New Jersey Sharing Network, and by the Russell Berry Foundation. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.